Hey everybody, Wendy Devereaux here. Welcome to my channel. I am working with canvas panels today and I've made another cityscape. If you would like to see how I made this, then please keep watching. So I'm pretty excited to share this project with you guys. I'm going to be doing a 6-panel cityscape painting today. I found these at HomeSense. They were $5.99 and there's 2 panels per package, and I have 3 packages here. And I'm going to be using mirrors from the dollar store. They're very close to a 10 by 10 square, and these are a 12 by 12 inch square. I have a bunch of my Bling out different glitters. I am going to be doing a blue and silver combo, but until I get these panels painted, I'm not exactly sure what and how I'm going to be applying all of my bling. So I've got kind of everything laid out. I also, you guys, I was so excited. Dollarama got in more of the mini mirror tiles, both in the silver like this and the gold, and I bought a bunch of them. And then I bought this bling. It's 2 sheets of it here. It's self-adhesive. Got that from Amazon. I will leave a link in my description box. And I just picked up these blue blingy strips from Michael's. I probably paid way too much for them, but they are the perfect blue. I really do want to add some of that in my painting. So yeah, you guys, let's get started. Okay, we're gonna start painting the 3 canvas panels that I'm gonna have on the bottom, the ones that I'm not going to be adhering my 10 by 10 mirrors to. So I'm gonna wanna paint the whole canvas panel on all 3 of these. And I've just got them propped up on this little wooden piggy bank, just so that I have it sitting up, and that way I can paint my sides, right? I think I'm gonna start with my bright silver, my absolute favorite silver. And I'm just going to make some lines. And now I'm going to add some of my blue ice pearl, which is also a metallic. Then my sapphire, and this is also a metallic. But I'm only going to maybe add there's no rhyme or reason where I'm putting this, just so long as it's kind of balanced across my canvas. And I'm going to just wet my brush a little bit with water here. I think I got a little too much paint on here. And I'm just going to set that one aside to dry. And I'm I'm going to do the same with my other two. And now I'm going to paint the three that I'm going to put my panel or my mirrors on. And because my mirrors are going to cover up most of this canvas panel, I'm only going to paint the perimeter. And I'm only going to be painting the perimeter with the Sapphire Metallic. I'm just going to go around. I may find that I need 2 coats of this, I'm not sure. Okay, so all of my canvas panels are all dry, and I ended up actually putting 3 coats of the sapphire blue on these. So what I want to do next is adhere my mirrors to the 3 top panels that I'm going to have. So of course the first thing you want to do with these mirrors is they've got these little bumpers on the backs of them. I don't know what they're called, but little feet. You want to scrape those off. Okay, so I'm going to use E6000. I'm just going to put something heavy on my mirrors. Now the next thing that I want to do is my frame around my canvas. Oh, I'm so excited that they had these mini mirror tiles again at my Dollarama. So I'm going to be using these. I'm just going to go ahead, you guys, and cut out the tiles that I need for my frame. Okay, so I have all of my mini mirror tiles cut out for the frames around all of my canvas panels here. Although these have a self-adhesive backing, I do want to add a little bit of my tacky glue to them, and you can use whatever glue you want to use, but I do like the tacky glue for these mini mirror tiles. And I know that there is going to be a small space where my tiles are not going to line up for me, and I'm okay with that because I'm going to do something with that little space. And then I'm just going to press it down once I know it's in the place that I want it. I have the frames all glued down around all 6 of my panels, and now I need to form my cityscape. And the 2 things that I want to keep in mind are this whole project is basically 36 by 24 plus the space that I have when I hang this on the wall. So it's a fairly substantial size, notwithstanding that each canvas panel is only a 12 by 12. Plus, on 3 of these panels, I have 10 by 10 mirrors. So I want to make my cityscape buildings fairly substantial in size. So everything is all balanced out. So the next thing that I need to do is cut some mini mirror tiles to form my buildings on my cityscape. Okay, so I have all of my mini mirror tiles all cut out forming my cityscape, all of my buildings. And now I'm going to adhere them onto my canvas panels. And the one thing that I tried to do when I was cutting these out was to make sure that there was no spaces in between my mini mirror tiles. And I'm going to have to really watch when I'm putting them on to keep those spaces to a minimum. Like the spaces I'm talking about are lining up all my mini mirror tiles with the next one beside it, right? So this is my design, and I may find that I'm going to have to cut a little bit out or add a few more depending on how well I can maintain this pattern without moving them around too much so that there's not too many spaces, right? And once I am done that, I'll just do that off camera. You guys, you don't need to watch me putting my mini mirror tiles on my canvas. And I will bring you back when I start putting my crushed glass and glitter on the insides of my buildings. I want to start with my crushed glass first, and I'm going to kind of jump from panel to panel so that I can kind of keep the different glitters balanced throughout these 3 panels. And I'm going to be using the blue crushed filler glass from Michaels. It's the Ashland brand, and it comes in these little jugs. I just put mine in nice containers, and they're sitting on my fireplace. So I'm going to be using Elmer's glue to glue all of this on. I'm not going to be using anything but, and then that way everyone, if whoever wants to do something like this, can get the supplies. So I'm just going to add some glue. I want some crushed glass in this building. And I'm going to use a small little brush just to move it around a little bit. Now this crushed glass is chunkier than the stuff that comes out in the spring. It's in bags. This is the stuff that is in the jugs, and it is chunkier. There's bigger pieces to it. I think I want to make these windows with some of the crushed glass. Okay, I have this shredded glitter set from Michaels, and it has some blue in there, and I want to use some of it because I really like this shredded glitter. I'm going to add it in this building. I think maybe I'm going to add it. I need some over on this one, so I'm going to add it in these little windows here. Just creating a little barrier here. Okay, so I bought this new, it's called Marine Blue Recollections. going to use my bling. I'm going to use my bling on this one. I've got this sky blue that I'm going to put on this building. I have plenty enough of this shredded that I'm going to add it to the rest of this building. Okay, I have this, it's kind of a medium chunky blue from Dollarama. I'm going to give that a whirl on this. I think I'm going to do the bling over on this building here. What I want to do with these ones now is add some single rows of mini mirror tiles, and I'm not going to bother gluing these ones down because when I start adding some crushed glass and glitter with my Elmers glue, that will help adhere them nice and tightly to my canvas panels, right? Okay, so I'm just going to show you on this one, just in case you haven't seen any of my other videos. So I'm just going to, first of all, open up my bottle of Elmer's glue here. And I'm going to make sure that I get this corner here where that space is, that it didn't line up properly. Then I'm just going to add a little bit here. And then some down here. Exception of some, I'm going to actually place some of the bigger ones. And I'm going to look for some of the smaller. And I think for these, I'm going to use my shredded glitter. And a little bit of my bling. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same. Again with my Bling extra fine. Oh, these are going to be so pretty, you guys. Okay, so I'm going to do the same with these two panels. And then once all of my glue is dry and I'm ready to brush these off, I will bring you back and then we will have a look and do up any touch-ups that I need to do. My Elmer's glue has been drying now for 5 hours, and I know I'll be able to brush off the crushed glass and glitter on the panels that have my cityscapes. But the ones with the mirrors, I added extra Elmer's glue, and I can tell that it's still a little bit spongy in spots. So I'm going to end up probably leaving that overnight, and then I know for sure that it is going to be dry. But I didn't want to wait. I wanted to to start brushing these off because I want to see what they look like. I'm excited to see what they're going to look like. Yeah, see, I couldn't quite tell where I was with that brush and the lighting. So I'm going to vacuum these off, and then I'm going to have a look at them. And I think I may touch up some of it with a smaller brush. Okay, so now that these are all brushed off and vacuumed off, I like some of them that do not have glitter in some of the spots, like this one, for example. I like that look. The ones that I do not like are the darker marine blue that I have. So I'm going to want to fix those up. And this one I'm going to add more glitter to, but this building here, I'm going to use my Bling wrap. I will leave a link. I bought this off of Amazon. So I'll just show you how easy this stuff is. Very easy to cut. I'm just going to cut a row of 2 all the way along here. See, the backing comes off. Yeah, it's very, very sticky. And I'm just going to put it like so. Okay, so I have finished adding the Bling wrap to this building. And I must say, you guys, wow, that is so, so pretty. And I liked it so much that I added it to this other building here. Okay, so I think I'm finished blinging up all of my canvases, all of my canvas panels. And obviously we're going to need to do something so I can hang these on the wall. And probably should have done this before I added all my bling, but my bling is on there very secure, so that's okay. So the first thing that I want to do here is find the middle of my panel. Put a little dot there. And then I picked up some fishing line, and this is good for 15 pounds. So that's plenty enough strength. And I'm just going to make a little loop here, you guys. And sorry, I have a bum finger, so this is a little bit more challenging for me. And I'm just going to put the tip of the middle part of this fishing line right to that little pen mark. I'm going to grab my glue gun and add some hot glue here, and this is Gorilla glue. I gotta just I have to hang on to this while it dries. And I'm going to add some over on this side. And then I'm going to use some of my E6000 because I don't want this to move at all. I want this to be nice and secure, especially with the mirrors on there. And I'm going to do this with all 6 of my panels. Now, I'm not going to do it yet, but as soon as my E6000 has cured and it's dry, I'm going to add a piece of duct tape over top of it, just as a triple measure to make sure that this will not fall off the wall. I don't want to do it yet because I want air to get on my E6000 so it'll dry faster, and then that way I can get these hung up on the wall. And I'd like to do that later on today. And then I'm going to use some of these command strips, because sometimes when you have a picture only hanging from a nail on the middle of your painting or whatever you're using, they move on you back and forth. So I'm going to add a couple of command strips so that when I hang these on the wall, they are not going to move on me. And I'm placing them a little in from the edge, because a lot of times if you come in sideways into a room, you will see the command strip. And that's why I've put them in a bit. Okay, everybody, here's the finished look. This turned out beautifully. I absolutely love using those canvas panels, because then I'm able to paint them and then add the mirrors to them. I'm just going to give you a quick pan, and then I will bring you in a little closer. Oh, look at these. Oh, look at that building with that bling wrap around the blue, marine blue glitter. I just love that. And I like the paint poking through my crushed glass. I'll just take you along my buildings here for a minute, and then I will just show you my frame. And I decided to put some of that bling wrap around my main building in the middle, and I'm really glad that I did. That just made it pop. And then I put a little diamond mosaic on the very tip of it. And I do like a little bit of the paint poking through some of the buildings with the glitter. And then I did end up adding some of that blue bling wrap that I paid way too much for over at Michael's on this building here, because I needed some more dark blue on this particular panel. And I really like this building here with the blue paint poking through. I really like that. And then I didn't show on camera me putting the crushed glass and glitter, you guys, on these bottom panels, because I had just done the same thing with the ones with the mirrors on them. But it sure did hide the corners where my tiles didn't line up properly. And sorry, you're going to see my phone and my hand and part of my head. Oh, these are beautiful, you guys. And you know, you can place them on the wall any way you want. Like if you have a set of 6, you can even do a set of 8, right? Or a set of 4. Doesn't really matter, whatever size you would want to fit your space. But these are, like I said earlier, they're 12 by 12. So this is a fairly substantial piece, right? So yeah, you guys, if you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And as always, you guys, I so appreciate you taking the time to watch, and God bless.